Hello everybody. For my first video I thought I'd ask some questions on Instagram and answer them as I did my makeup and my hair. I thought it'd just be kind of nice to get to know me, like what I do, what I study at uni and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy, and I will pass you over to a very barefaced me. So for my first video I thought I'd do my makeup and answer some questions from Instagram. I got quite a few. They all really around like why I decided to do YouTube and about what I do at uni and stuff like that. These are my favourite foundations at the moment. So there's just a Collection Lasting Perfection one. I love that because it's so cheap. And then Revlon Colour Stay, and that was like on offer for $12.99 for two, and it's normally $12.99 for one. I do also love the Revolution one, the one that's the partner to this, but I haven't got that at the moment. I ran out, so I'm gonna go with the Lasting Perfection one today. I'm just gonna use my beauty blender. This is what I did like a first impressions on my Instagram the other day, and then I'm gonna just get some questions. I'm gonna just answer the ones about uni first. So I've got, what uni are you at? So I go to Southampton Solent University and I study fashion media. Basically it's a lot different to what I was expecting, but I absolutely love it. I do, like, first year we did like loads of like, we wrote for a magazine and like did all the features and the photography for a magazine called Carbon magazine. You can look at it on Issue as well, where you can scroll through all of the like magazines we've done, and it's like a student-led magazine. So now we are second year, the first years have done it now, so we've moved on from that now and we've actually made our own magazines this year. And then we also did fashion photography, fashion film, trend forecasting, what else? Like graphics using Illustrator, learning all about the Adobe programs. Like I'd used Photoshop before, but like not very well, but I've learned so much more from doing that. And like we have like amazing studios, but it's so good. Like I really like the lecturers as well, and we are only like a class of, I think there's 19 of us or like 20 of us, and so we get so much help. And I was gonna go to like Northumbria in Newcastle, and even though I think I would have preferred to be in Newcastle, there was like over 100 people on that course and there's 20 of us here, so it just like that made my mind up really. I've only got one more assessment to put in, and then I have done second year, and then I'm basically a third year, and I've got to start thinking about finding a major project and applying for jobs. But it's going to be so much harder to get a job now, obviously, because of all this corona, and it's just going to be really difficult. Another question is, what made you first get into fashion? Really, I don't know, just I enjoy, like, well, I know it's so cliche to say you enjoy going shopping, but I enjoy going shopping, and I like fashion. But now, like, from doing my degree, I've kind of found that I want to go more into skincare, like, or makeup for my career. Like, I'd love to work at like Beauty Bay or Cult Beauty or somewhere like that. And then I'm gonna conceal with my Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. But another question I had was, what is the best and worst thing about university? I don't know, I feel like I haven't really had the best experience at uni. I'm 3 hours away from home, so that's hard. Like, I feel like homesickness is like a real thing. I think it's just, I really like my course. I do like Southampton as a city, but I just know as soon as I finish uni I don't want to like stay living there. It's like, I love how like small it is, like you've got everything you need but in such a small amount of space. Like, that's really good. I've made some really good friends, but like I always got myself down because like a lot of my friends at uni have made like big friendship groups, and I've seen it on Instagram that everyone's got big friendship groups, and I don't have that. Like, I just have like my close friends, but that's really all you need. Like, I'd rather have my close friends than like be friends with people that I'm never gonna speak to again. I just expected that I'd like form this like massive friendship group like I had at school, but it just didn't happen for me. Just had to get my brushes, and then I don't actually like using the Laura Mercier all over my face. Like, I just think it makes me look too matte. I only use it under my under eyes because they crease quite badly. Like, Laura Mercier doesn't make it not crease, but it's better than if I didn't use it. But I just like to use just normal Rimmel Insta Fix and Matte just for the normal face. And also it's cheaper and I'm not wasting the Laura Mercier powder, and I also have to do it right on my eyelids because they crease quite badly, and then but when I go to put my eyeshadow on, I'm alright, so it's okay. Next question, what do you want to do after uni? I don't know. There's multiple things, because obviously for final major project I have to do stuff that I want to do in the industry, like that's the whole point of it really. So just going to use my Dream Rush for my eyeshadow. I just always use blush, my eyeshadow, and colour coordinate them. I just think it looks nice, and I can't be bothered to carry around a big palette. I really loved the PR and marketing unit we did, so maybe something to do with that, with like beauty and skincare. Or I really enjoyed learning how to use Illustrator and graphics and design, and I love doing that. So maybe something to do with that. Final major project, yeah, it has to be something you want to do because you do it for so long. So it has to be something that you have a deep passion for. After uni, I think I could see myself in like Manchester. Don't want to be in Southampton. London at the moment is too expensive. I'd probably have to come home first, work, save up my money, and then go. But I feel like Manchester seems a bit more reasonable. Like, I have family there, so potentially could stay with them until I find my own place to live, or I save up enough money to find my own place to live. I've also got asked favourite skincare brand. That's a hard one. I feel like I love Glossier's stuff, but it's like too expensive for me, a poor student, to buy all the time. I actually do really love just the Superdrug own brand. Like, that stuff is really, really good. I went on Beauty Bay the other day and I wanted to get the new Beauty Bay, well, is it new anymore, but they brought out a skincare range. Like, it's all sold out, maybe because of like lockdown. So that was a no. But I actually came across the Revolution skincare, which I've never really seen before. Like, no, I've never really seen many people talk about it, and actually I'm really impressed. The moisturiser is so nice, like the serum as well. So at the moment I'm gonna say the Superdrug basic makeup range. Like, it's just, where skincare range is just so good. I just love it. I'm gonna use the Collection Lash Surge. I do normally prefer the normal one. This is a waterproof one because it's the only one they had, but it still does a very good job. So I'm back. So my eyebrows, I'm going to use Glossier Boy Brow in Blonde, and then Collection again. This is my favourite, and then I bought this one at the London pop-up and I like it, but it's like clumpy and the brush is tiny. So what I'm doing is using this to add like the colour and the pigmentation, and then using this one to like brush it all out. Or someone's asked me, was your second year a lot harder than your first year? From A-levels, it wasn't much of a shock about the workload at uni. Like, people always said it was kind of like the same amount, just like slightly harder. But in first year I really enjoyed all the like modules we did. So because I was enjoying it, I don't think it was like more difficult. But when second year came, we had to make our own magazine first semester, and that was difficult. Like 64 page magazine, when I'd only like kind of written for Carbon magazine before. It was hard. Like, we had to get like all the writing, all the photography, everything like that ourselves. And we had to make revenue streams for it. Well, we didn't actually have to make them, but just like put a plan in place and a full media kit. Like, it was a lot of work, and I'm quite lucky that I'm quite motivated. I get on with my work quite easily. I do it because I enjoy it, but like it was a heavy load. And then we made it like a fashion film as well. Oh, I did like a lookbook. Oh, it's on my Instagram. It's been hard to adapt to working at home in lockdown, like, because normally like I could go to the library or go to Costa to do my work, whereas now I'm just in the same place every day, and that's why I think it was hard getting motivation, because I was in the same place. I couldn't go anywhere else. Like I couldn't do everything I wanted to do for one of my assessments because I couldn't go out, I couldn't get models, I couldn't hire a camera from uni or anything like that. Now I'm just gonna brush away my bake. And I'm using Hula Light because I'm so pale. I've run out of tan, so I can't tan, and there's no point going like a tiger bread to not even go out. And I'm using Dream Rush for my blush again. I am starting to get like bored now. Like I'm ready to go and see my friends and get let out and like have a bit of fun. Like it's like just talking to my mum and dad every day, it's getting a bit like we're clashing a bit now because we can't go out. What made you return to YouTube? Because I had a channel it was like the Zoella age of year 9 / like year 10, and I did quite a lot of videos, and it was KitheQueen, as I called myself, and I did get the mick taken out of me now for that name. It's quite funny looking back at that. I think for a video I'm going to look back at my YouTube videos and how I looked then, because there's just one clip. Oh, I can't be bothered to find it. Well, I say I've done a smoky eye and it's literally nothing on my eye at all, and I only had like an Avon makeup palette that my grandma had given me, and the eyeshadow I did was horrendous. It looked absolutely awful. I just decided to do YouTube again because we are all a little bit bored, and I finished my assessments now and I want to make more of a presence for myself for future employers. And like I'm doing more on my uni Instagram now, like showing my work, showing my day-to-day life and stuff like that. So I just thought it was time. I've got time to do it. I'm not going to work, so I may as well try and do it. But for highlighter, I'm going to use just this Contour and Glow from Revolution. It's so battered and gross, but I got this free for buying foundation and concealer, and it's my favourite. And then that's my makeup done. I'm going to answer the final questions while I wait for my hair to sit in the hairspray. But what are your life goals? So I'd love to move to Amsterdam and live there for a few years, but obviously that's going to be a bit hard because now of Brexit. I just want to live there for a bit. I just feel like it's such a different way of life and it's a lot more calm, and I feel like I could get a job in something I want to do over there. So that would be definitely a goal. Also just to be happy, have a good career, be earning the money I want to earn so I can afford to like have a disposable income to be able to do other stuff. Right, I'm just going to start brushing these out. So I do, just let them sit and then brush them out to make them look a bit more like waves and get rid of the crispiness of the hairspray. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to try and film some more videos soon. I'm going to try and get my dad to be in some because he's quite a character and I think people would like him. I really want to do like a learning TikTok dances with my dad. I think that would be so funny, but I've got to convince him first. I don't know if he will want to do it or not, but I hope you liked this video and I shall see you soon. Bye. That was the most awkward bye I've ever said in my life.